Back so soon. It's like no. Hey guys, I'm back again. In this video, I want to talk about, or I want to give you five signs that your body gives you that is essentially letting you know that, okay, I'm trying to prep you for astral projection. This is coming directly from experience. This is what I've noticed over a period of time. And it's pretty much what I've noticed is pretty much going to be in more or less it's going to be in chronological order. So let's hop right into it. Sign number one that your body is trying to prep you for astral projection. You are dealing with sleep paralysis. Now, sleep paralysis is... What is sleep paralysis? Sleep paralysis is when your body is sleeping. Essentially, it's when your body is sleeping, but your mind is awake, right? So you feel paralyzed, like you can't, well, you're talking. You feel like you're talking, but you can't yell. Everything is happening in your head or whatever. You can't move. Yeah, it's a super creepy feeling. So here's what I want to say about sleep paralysis, because sleep paralysis is essentially the same state that you're in when you are astral projecting. Your mind has to be awake for you to astral project. It's the same state that you're in, or a similar state, I would think, that, when you're lucid dreaming, when you're aware that you're in a dream and you start directing your own dream. So what I want to say about sleep paralysis and what I've noticed along my experience when it comes to sleep paralysis is the energy that you are putting out when it comes to sleep paralysis is going to be the energy that you're getting. What do I mean by this? So a lot of people, sleep paralysis, it's a freaky experience. It scares a lot of people. And because of that, because you're essentially in like a dimensional state where you can experience these other dimensions, you're inviting in certain kind of energies. So when I was, let's say, okay, so for instance, the very first time I ever remember sleep paralysis, I was living in Philadelphia. Everything was just bad. Everything was going bad. I wasn't supposed to be there. I was just living in like a state of fear. I knew that I wasn't doing the right thing. I knew that I needed a change in my life. I was just in a really dark place, right? So, sleep paralysis happens and I'm getting choked the fuck out by something. I'm getting choked out, right? Which is a really scary feeling. It's also really common. So I just invite you to think about, where you are in your life, then the energy that you're putting out while it's happening, and how it relates to astral projection and why your body's trying to get you prepared for astral projection. I know for me, when I started experiencing sleep paralysis a lot, it was almost like I had to get to a point, in my life or during that state where I was at ease and I was comfortable. Once I experienced a few sleep paralysis moments where I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, I'm sleep paralyzed. I'm kind of like do. I'm breathing in, I'm just relaxed. It is what it is. One freaky things stopped happening to me, like over time, like the freaky things stopped happening, whether it was me getting choked out, whether it was people, like I've had like something come sit on my bed and then get back up. I've had literally, I thought my brother walked into my room at this time, because I saw like boots or whatever, and in my mind I'm like, why you got on these old ass Timbs or whatever. And yeah, once I got to a point in my life where it no longer alarmed me and I was just kind of like, oh, okay, I'm sleep paralyzed again, it stopped happening. So yeah, you're dealing with sleep paralysis. My advice is try and be calm as possible. Try and get to a place where you are at peace with it, and hopefully it passes for you, because that's what happened for me. Now, second sign that your body's giving you that is trying to prep you for astral projection: you are waking up in the middle of the night. when it comes to astral projection, waking up in the middle of the night is very important. I feel like pretty much in maybe 90%, 95% of my astral, maybe even 100% of my astral projection experiences, I've woken up in the middle of the night. I think that the reason why this happens is because when you initially go to sleep at night, it's because you are tired, right? You're tired, and so everything goes to sleep. Everything, shuts down, winds down. And when it comes to astral projecting, your mind has to be up. The only thing that can be sleeping is your body, but your mind has to be awake. So I feel like your body is almost like, okay, you slept enough, time to wake up, right? Now you can go back to sleep, but I need your mind awake to stay up. Like I think that's what essentially happens when you're waking up in the middle of the night. So if you are waking up in the middle of the night and you're trying to astral project, like that's a good sign. If you're not and you want to astral project, then try. I've never tried this, but try using an alarm to wake you up and like be up for a while, to where like you're up. Like, okay, I'm up. I kind of feel wide awake. It might take you a little bit to go back to sleep, maybe like an hour or two. I know for me it does. Once I wake up, I'm not sleepy until like for another like hour or two, sometimes even 3. And then the next time I go back to sleep, I'm able to get back into it. Now, another sign number 3, and to me, this is actually the most interesting of signs, is you get tested in a dream, in a lucid dream. Actually, is it a lucid dream? Because lucid dreaming is when you know that you're dreaming, right? Anyway, it's a dream that feels extremely real. It feels real, and you get tested to let go. What do I mean by this? I'll use me for an example. So, in my I need you to let go lucid dream experience, I was driving a car. I'll tell you one of them. Yeah, I was driving a car. My friend was in the passenger seat, and another car was about to hit me, and I ended up swerving. I guess I swerved so hard that I started hydroplaning, and there was like a cliff that we were about to dive off of. But I got this like extreme feeling of just let go, see what happens. That's the feeling I got. I didn't hear it. I just got a feeling. And so that's what I literally went like this. I took my hands off the wheel. We ended up going off of the cliff, but before I could crash, so we ended up going off the cliff, boom. And as I crashed, but I got like yanked, like my body got yanked, or my soul got yanked into what you call the void. I don't know if you guys watched my last video, but the void, the darkness where you're floating around, and you can go to wherever you want from there. So yeah, in the crashing, in me letting go, I got transported into the void, almost like you passed the test. Now, the reason why I think that this is related to astral projection is because there have been quite a few experiences like that, and every single time when I let go, I got transported into like that darkness. I'll tell you, like, for another example, because it doesn't have to be something that as extreme as you about to get in a car crash, I need you to let go of the wheel. It doesn't have to be that extreme. So I'll give you another example. So at the time I lived with my parents in my parents' house. They have a 2-family house, so I lived on the first floor. And for whatever reason, this is a dream now, by the way. I got super duper duper high. And then my dad decided he wanted to come downstairs and talk to me about something. So now I'm sitting at my dining room table, and I am like high as a kite. But I'm trying my hardest to like hold on and seem sober and like seem alert and attentive, and I just could not do it. I couldn't do it, y'all. And I remember like slumping over, and I remember me in my head saying like, fuck it. Like, he just gonna have to find out that, I smoke weed. And then I slumped over, and then I fell off the chair, but I didn't fall and hit the floor. I fell into that void. I fell into that darkness or whatever. So yes, that is sign number 3, that your body's trying to prep you for astral projection. You get a dream that feels extremely real, where you are being tested to let go. Boom. Sign number 4. So now you passed all this, right? You got your sleep paralysis, check. What was the other thing I said? I don't even know what I said. Sleep paralysis, check. Lucid dream testing, check. I forgot what I said. I forgot what the other one was. But oh, you waking up in the middle of the night, check, boom. Now you're on to sign number 4, right? Sign number 4 is you get the tingles. So your body is tingling like hell. Now this took me quite a long time to overcome. This is the one that took me the longest. It's just super uncomfortable. Like there's no way around it. But so you're sleeping. You're in that sleeping state. You know, you're awake but not awake, and you all of a sudden feel a full body tingle. It's like tingle, 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 and it just grows in intensity. Like super intense, super weird, super uncomfortable. Like you kind of know how, not that annoying, because I feel like that kind of hurts a little bit. It's not a painful feeling, but you know how your foot falls asleep or whatever, and then when you like start to move it, it's like that, like pins and needles type thing. So it's not because that hurts a little bit. It's not like that, but just, so it's not, yeah, but you're feeling it throughout your whole body. And I think that that's a sign that your soul is really trying to, like, you know, actually disconnect. I think that's the feeling you get when your soul is actually trying to like dislodge. So yeah, if you are feeling those tingles, try your best to just breathe through it and go with it. Because for me, for a while, I was feeling those tingles, and then I would just force myself to get up. Like, nah, we good on that, or whatever. Even though I knew what was happening, it was just, and it felt like it was going on forever. Like because there was a point in time where I had gotten a little bit more comfortable with it. I'm like, and now this is me. I'm talking to myself, right? I'm full body tingle, and I'm like, all right, girl, just calm down. You know what it is. Just breathe through it. Da, da, da. But it felt like 5 minutes later, I was still like, all right, girl, just calm down. You know. So it took me a really long time to get past that stage. And then now the 5th and the final one that your body is trying to prep you for astral projection, it's kind of along the same lines of tingling, but you get like this annoying buzz in your ear. Very, very, this is nothing that grows in intensity. It grows in loudness. It's like frequency. Very, very loud. I think all of that is a part of your body actually dislodging. So yeah, there you have it. 5 signs that your body is trying to prep you for astral projection. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any signs of your own that you've noticed during your astral projection journey, leave it down below. I would love to hear it. I would love to know if it was something that I've experienced and maybe just wasn't aware of it, or maybe something I haven't experienced. But yeah, I'm super interested to know. So like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Peace.